So this is our study guide for section 1.1, points, lines, and planes. So a little bit of vocabulary, but we're going to try to look at it in a working context. So when we think about a point, a line, or a plane, we want to have a picture of that. Okay. So when we start to talk about a line to begin with, when we draw a plane, we're going to draw one of these parallelogram-looking figures like this. This will be our plane, and we label the plane with a sort of script capital letter. Every time we label a plane, that's how we'll do it. Notice these labels have a different look to them, right? You have a capital script letter for the plane. You have a lowercase script letter for the line. And then for points, we just have one single letter, right? And it's usually kind of like a block print. So that's the first thing you want to do when you're looking at these pictures, is sort of differentiate how we will go about labeling them. So let's look at the exercises down here with number 1. Name a line that contains point A. So let's look over here and see where point A lives. It's on this line. So there's several ways that I could describe that line. The easiest way to do it would just be with the single letter L. Okay. I have the single letter L. It would be a way to label that line. I could also label it with any 2 points, A, B. But notice what I have to do up above that is draw my symbol for a line. So that tells somebody that's line AB. I could also label it line AC. Any 2 points on a line can be used to label that line. Okay? And then finally, we could also call it BC. And you'll notice a lot of times with me, I'm just a creature of habit. I'll write them in alphabetical order. But you could write BA, CA, any of those. As long as you name 2 points and you draw that line symbol, we are good. And the easiest way to me is to just use that one single letter, L. So line L contains point A, it contains point B, it contains point C, and so on. So the next question says, what's another name for line M? Well, where's M? It's this line here. Okay, so do we see that B and D both live on that line? So we could name this line BD. That would be another way to name that line, right? That's line M, but another way to name it would be BD. Name a point not on AC. So here's AC. What's a point that's not on it? Well, A's on it, B's on it, C's on it. But look, I see a couple points that are not on it. I see point D over here is not on it. Erase that so you can see. All right, we're talking about line AC now. So any point on here, we're looking for a point that's not on it. A, B, and C are the points that would be on it. So I can look over and see that point D is not on it. And I can also see that point E is not on it. So maybe you're wondering about point P. That's not a point, right? What does this capital P stand for? It's the plane. It represents plane P, okay? M is a line. L is a line because they are lowercase. If it's capital and it's in that script notation, it's a plane. So try using this same figure, and let's answer these two in our Ed puzzle. I'm going to put these in as our next 2 multiple choice questions in our Ed puzzle. Tell me what is another name for line L, and then name a point not on line L or line M. Let's give it a shot. So for another name for line L, hopefully the easiest thing you came up with there was just to call that line AB. That'll be the easiest way to describe line L. It's line AB. My whiteboard will cooperate with me. And since I made that multiple choice, I didn't give you other options. But we know we could call it BC, we could call it AC, and so on. Name a point not on line L or line M. So A, B, C are all on line L. B and D are both on line M. What's a point that's not on either of them? Hopefully we said point E. Okay. All right, now we're going to do a little sketching here. See how we do. I want to draw a line AB in plane Q. So let's see, what would that look like? Every time I draw a plane, I'm just going to try to draw on one of these parallelograms. And I'm going to label this Q. That's plane Q. AB is in this plane, so I'm just going to draw a line in the plane. And I just have to make sure that I put the points A and B on that line. Okay, so that's line AB in plane Q. That's how we would sketch that. Okay, let's try the next one. ST intersects AB at P. So two lines are going to intersect at a point, not on a plane. So they're not asking me to draw a plane here, so I'm not going to. I'm going to go ahead and draw a line ST. And then I'm going to draw a line AB. And they're telling me that these two lines need to intersect. And they intersect here at this point, P. That's what's being described there, right? I have line ST, I have line AB, and they intersect each other at point P. And let's try another one. Point X is collinear with points A and P. So collinear means they all live on the same line. So any 2 points can be collinear. Once we have 3, we can really define collinearity. And I'm going to go ahead and put X in between A and P. Don't really have to, we could put it anywhere. But I need to show that all 3 of those points live on the same line. That's what we mean by collinear. Okay. And now we have point Y is not collinear with points T and P. So let's put T and P on a line. And what we have here is Y is not collinear with that. Okay, T and P live on that line. Y is not collinear with them. And then finally, line L contains points X and Y. So that's line L, and we have X and Y living on it. Okay, so this is part 1 of our study guide and intervention for section 1.1 points, lines, and planes.